Morning, y'all. Morning, Lally.
Morning.
It's surface day today. What that means is that we haven't opted to have cardboard surfaces in our kitchen, have we, Milo?
No.
The surfaces are going on. So I'm running off to Torquay to do some reviewing with Dan. Thanks to everyone who watched live last night. All the comments, you seem to quite like it, which I love doing them, so maybe we'll do some more of them in the future as well. Last question I asked was about injuries in golf, and if you struggle for some, there was plenty of you who were doing it. Lots of people asking for my, not easy, exercise plan. You've got to remember that's based on a screening I did, so it's mine around limitations that I had, which was shown up during that screening. You would need your own screening to then get your own exercises. That's how it works, people. Need some more water. It's not even in this room yet. So today's vlog is going to talk about what I like to see on the golf course. So what I mean by that is what I like to see in shapes of shots, and if I'm not seeing them, what I feel, those kind of ideas. So today's question to you this morning to fill that comment section up with is how much are you working on seeing a shot that you want? Now you might need to watch the rest of the video to truly understand what this actually means, but if you do already know what I mean and what I'm getting at, post those comments down below. You say good morning, Ola?
Morning!
Yep. Shall we get you to school? We're going to watch Fanula's show later on today. Are you looking forward to that?
Yes.
What's the show? It's Oliver, isn't it? Is she Oliver?
No.
Right, all are dropped off. Let's go and see what Uncle Dan has planned for today. Dan!
Morning.
How are we doing?
We are doing. It's cold. It is cold. It's freezing. Woolly hat is going on.
Is it?
Yes.
There's Coach, look. Body's an engine. Body's an engine, he's in magic. He just says body's engine and magic, I reckon, through all these lessons, don't you? Body's an engine, magic. Get a 7-iron shaft in a driver. Thanks, job done. Question for you, Dan.
Yes.
Right, my question is, when you hit a golf shot, so before you hit a golf shot,
Yes.
how much, or in your mind, how much are you aware of what that shot should look like and where it should bounce? Like, how much pre-vision do you have?
Lots.
Oh, what do you mean lots? Oh god, there's people coming. I'm doing the exercises.
Somebody come in with a load of what? Load of what?
What do you mean lots? So would you ever play a shot where you don't know what's going to happen, as in you haven't got a vision of what you're trying to achieve?
I have got. Yeah, I do occasionally have that situation where I'm not comfortable, and you'll generally see that bit of bad shot.
Okay, so you're relating it to good or bad shot.
Yeah, so for a prime example, we've just on that course vlog that we've just done, you're watching this week. There's a par 3 where I miss it like ridiculously left.
Yeah,
okay?
and you just couldn't see
I
that.
just couldn't see a shot. I couldn't see how the flight was going to be. Yeah. And I've got to the point I've just pulled the trigger.
Yeah, because you got to hit it.
I've got to hit it at some point.
You can't do a Jordan Spieth.
Correct. So yeah, but majority of the time, especially off the tee with a driver and things like that, I am really focusing on visualising what I'm trying to achieve with that shot and how low it's going to go.
So not seeing a shot is definitely a negative thing for you. How many amateurs are seeing shots before they hit them, do you think?
Not many. A very low percentage are seeing shots, should we say. Maybe the better players, maybe the lower handicap golfers are seeing more shots than certainly pros are.
.142 down, wind off the right. Shall I tell you what's going through my mind? So this, I always think this is similar. Now I know you probably haven't seen this, but have you seen any of the Guy Ritchie with Robert Downey Jr. Sherlock Holmes films?
Yeah, I have, yeah.
So when he works things out, right?
Yeah.
So they do the shot like from his eyes, and he sees things like 20 things, like I'm going to punch and defend, I'm going to knock him out, I'm going to walk off.
Yeah.
You know, that's when I play golf. When I watch that video, when I watch those films, I love that style of shooting because I just thought, wow, that's what's going on in my head, and I know good players' heads when they're hitting shots. So for me on this hole, 142, wind off the right, I'm going to hit an 8. I'm going to start it at the right hand bunker, and I'm going to try and hold it up against that bunker because then the wind will drift it. The green slopes right to left, so I'm happy for it to land on that right side and filter down to the hole.
Let's see it.
I'm not sure I've hit that hard enough, but it's landing over that bunker.
Gone in it?
Yeah, landed in it.
Straight in it.
So the execution wasn't there, but that is never going to stop me having those plans. Also, what I'm going to learn from that, I'm going to think, right, next time, holding it up into this wind at that yardage, maybe I should have aimed further right and used my slight draw shot to sail it, and I would have made the yardage. So the only reason that I can pull positive from what is a negative shot is because I had that pre-shot vision of what I wanted to achieve, and I've not achieved it, so I'm trying to work out then, because I know I've not achieved it, what I need to do to then achieve it next time. You think of players like Rory, who plays in our videos off 7, which is a low handicap in the realms of golf. Well, hashtag 7. Did you hit that one well, Rory? I'd say sometimes he doesn't answer. Well, I thought I hit that all right. So I just think, wow, how's he ever going to fix the next one? Because he hasn't always got that kind of pre-vision. It's hard because your ability will make you stop wanting to do this, because obviously you do all this pre-thought, but then you can't pull it off. I stress to my students, don't let that stop you making that kind of that vision, that looking, that imagination, because actually the fact that you don't achieve it when you know what you're trying to achieve is what allows you to keep learning. What do you think, Dan? Does that make sense?
Yeah, complete sense. I mean, I like the way you talked about the Sherlock Holmes thing, and I think, yeah, you're absolutely right. For you, you're very visual. You know, you see things that, you know, you're very arty in that side of it. For me, it's very feely, should we say.
Okay.
I feel things, I hear the sound of the wind, and I see what I'm trying to achieve to a degree, but I then have to feel that. I'm not seeing it quite in the depth that you're seeing it. So I have to get into the shot in a slightly different way.
Sometimes I think it's about articulation though, so I think you are, but maybe you're not able to then articulate it out. So I know with my coaching that sometimes I say things to other pros and I know they're not telling their students that, and I think, look guys, your students don't know this. They don't know that you point the face there. You do it so subconsciously that sometimes you forget to articulate it to the student.
Agree.
Which again is where then the student doesn't get that message. I think it's about articulation. I think those thoughts are going through your brain. Maybe sometimes it's not as, you know, I'm very, like, I talk a lot.
Do you? Can we talk about that?
Look, yeah, after this we'll have a chat about that, bruh.
You've got a good record on this hole.
Have I?
You do.
Yeah, because you see that water on the left.
I don't think I've ever hit the green here.
You just look at that.
Hey,
you just
I see
water.
I know.
You see YouTube splashes.
I know why you've picked this hole.
I didn't pick it. Oh my word, that was freezing. Right, time to get back. Let's see if the surface is in, shall we? Oh my word. Oh yes. We have some beautiful surfaces. So what I'd like you to practice when you're out there playing and hitting shots, and when you're just practicing on the course or even in tournaments, is start trying to visualize more. And a good way of doing this is don't just look at the target, look at what side of the target you want to hit. It doesn't matter if you can execute that or not. It's having that vision to learn the patterns of then where you might need to improve, because you might find right, left to right fairways, trying to aim up the left and letting it roll down to the right. I'm not so good at that. So, but you're only going to know that if you've got that kind of vision in there before. And it's that kind of information as a coach and your coaches want to know. That allows them to teach you better if you've got this great vision. Think about my chipping. Think about my chipping there. With this shot, I lack execution, then in turn I start to lack imagination, but that doesn't stop me practicing, trying to keep a handle of my imagination. That vision of where to land the ball, to run it out, to carry the hazard, to carry the bunker. has to stay in there, even though I'm stood there thinking, worrying, trying to think about my technique. I know that if I don't have that vision of shot, I can't assess if I mishit it or hit it perfect that well if I haven't got my landing spot. If I strike it well and I hit my landing spot and it doesn't go near the hole, I now know I need to work on my landing spot. So I know if I strike it well and miss my landing spot, say, I need to work on my imagination more. So I'm going to do different drills to if I strike it kind of average but hit my landing spot, well, I need to work on that strike a bit more to make sure I can do it more often. The drills, the ideas, the practices won't always be the same. Post comments down below, let me know what you think. Does this make sense or not? Is it something you're thinking about already or not? And give it a go, and in future videos just reference this one and let me know if it's helped you or not. It should really help you to self-diagnose and go to lessons with better information to help the coach help you improve. Post those comments down below. As always, see you tomorrow. I'm playing at Saunton tomorrow with the gang. Rory with his #7 handicap, me, Dan and coach. It's going to be very cold, and obviously again I don't know what time I'll get to post the video, but I will do a vlog tomorrow. It just might go up Saturday, but you might get it tomorrow night, subject to what time we finish. See you all tomorrow. A little bit clean.
A little bit clean, but holding on, isn't it? Oh.
Where is it?
It's unfortunate, isn't it?
Oh, it's stiff.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
You finned it stiff.
Yeah, it was quite thin.